Well, good morning. I am super excited today to share with you music theory lessons and piano lessons. What? And do we really need both? Well, I think so. So let's talk about that for a bit. What are the three biggest struggles in getting parents to see the value of taking music theory and in addition to practical lessons? So if you struggle with that, and how do you get parents on board with theory? I'd like you just to share with me in the chat box, parents, just that one word. Share with me, parents, and then I'll know you're a music teacher that's looking to really engage our students in doing music theory as well as doing their practical lessons. I'm Gloria St. Germain from Ultimate Music Theory. And as teachers, we often have a few struggles. So struggle number one, and I'm going to be revealing the three solutions to these. But struggle number one, with so many activities, parents often don't see the benefits of adding, that one more thing into their schedule. And honestly, I think everyone feels their schedules are overscheduled, especially their agendas, and oftentimes, especially for young children. Struggle number two, and go ahead and hit struggle one if you can relate to those overscheduling students of yours. Struggle number two is some parents seem to think that the only time their child needs to be taking music theory lessons is if, in fact, their child is doing a music theory exam. That's just simply not true. If you struggle with that, just type in exams and I'll know you don't need to be doing theory exams just because you're studying music theory, right? So let's get on board. If you're a music teacher, I want to help you with that struggle. And, it's really frustrating when they actually have that thought that, oh, well, I'm not doing theory exams, so I don't need to be doing theory. Struggle number three. How can you get parents and students to read the homework assignments and, almost more importantly, actually do the assignments that you're writing in your notebook, right? They often feel that it's too much homework, or they just don't care. Why do I need this? And in fact, oftentimes they don't even look in their book. I have a little surprise to share with you in that one. It's a good one and it really works. So if you have any of those three biggest problems, go ahead and share with me, yes, three. Just go ahead, and even if you're watching the replay, just go ahead and type in yes, three, and I'm going to help you with those. So let's talk about the three biggest solutions to these struggles and how you can get parents on board. And that is a big one because for most of us, we are teaching the students, but it's really that support from the parents or the caregivers or whoever is supporting the child in their home environment to really nurture and help them develop. So we're kind of working as a triad. So if you have any of those struggles, go ahead and type in yes, three, because we're going to look at those solutions today. Now, if you haven't already joined our Ultimate Music Theory Facebook group, I would like to invite you to join our Ultimate Music Theory Facebook group because we've got a lot of fantastic interviews. There's a great support group there if you're a teacher or a musician that's just looking to expand your knowledge. Go ahead and join us on the Ultimate Music Theory Facebook group, and I'm sure you will find great resources, and you'll probably meet a lot of new friends too. So we want to see our students excited to learn and of course apply these skills into their successful music lessons and watch them happily skip into class. And yes, that is a thing. If you want to see your students skipping into class happily, as opposed to dragging their bags in there and just saying, oh, I'm so tired. How can you be tired? You just got here. Yes, I see Hannah's all three. Thanks, Hannah. You struggle with 1 and 3 and exams too, right? Hannah's actually one of our Ultimate Music Theory certified teachers, and she's amazing. And I want to say hi to you, Hannah, this morning. So let's explore the 3 biggest solutions, which I have mapped out here for you. When, excuse me, when parents don't see the benefits of adding music theory, the one more thing, to their schedule, we need to educate parents on solution number 1. And that is the big reveal. Are you ready? Musicianship. Yes, musicianship. The benefits of learning music theory and developing lifelong musicianship skills. Now, we all know that learning music makes you smarter. If you agree, just give me a little Y in the chat box. Yes, we all know that learning music theory makes you smarter, but you may not know this. Are you ready for this? If you're a teacher, you definitely want to listen up. And if you want to be a teacher, you definitely want to listen up, because did you know, you ready? Teaching music makes you better looking. It's true. Seriously, look around at your fellow music teachers. We just all love to have fun, right? Now it's time for us as teachers to educate parents on the lifelong learning benefits of a complete music education, which includes music theory. And that means a commitment to music lessons as an important daily activity to put into their agendas. Now, oftentimes I actually will have my students get out their iPhone if they have one. I want to see your schedule. Let me see it. Let me help you put your practice time into your daily calendar. I often also ask my students to send me a little text message when they start their practicing their piano. I teach piano as well as music theory club classes. And I'll often say, send me a text message and I know you're starting. And then I'll say, yay, I'm excited for you. And it just takes 1 second, but it's being an accountability partner and it's helping them manage their calendar. And when you're registering your students for music lessons, make sure to invite the parents in and say, all right, let's map out your schedule. Let me help you. When are you going to be doing this activity? Because if all you do is have a million activities, where is your practice time in your schedule? We need to map it out and we need to help them to be accountable. Now, when parents think that their child only needs to do music theory if they're taking an exam, which is obviously not true, we need to examine solution number 2. And this is a big one. Solution number 2 is mindset. I call these the 3 M's, right? Mindset. The power of mindset can dramatically influence how we think about our talents and how we think about our abilities. So, people with a fixed mindset believe their abilities are fixed and are not as likely to flourish as those that have a growth mindset and those who just believe that abilities can be developed. Now, I have a question for you. Do you know your mindset? Is your mindset a fixed mindset or is your mindset a growth mindset? Go ahead and share that with me in the chat box. What do you think your mindset is? A fixed mindset? Believe that your abilities are fixed, or a growth mindset? Believe that your abilities can be developed. And it's an interesting concept because you may think one is more obvious than the other, but in fact, there is both. And mindset, let me see what your mindset is. Growth, yay, Hannah. Hannah says, we're all gorgeous people. You are so right. So mindset reveals how great parents and teachers and students can put these to use to create outstanding achievements. So do you and your students and their parents have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Now, even if you know your own mindset, and I think here's the big thing, is, do you know and understand the mindset of your students and of the parents? And they might not even be the same. So there's lots to explore when we talk about that topic. Now, when parents and students don't bother to read homework assignments and probably don't complete them, or they pretend they forgot their books at home, here's the question. Is it their fault or is it our fault as teachers? Wow, right? Let's take back a little bit of that responsibility, because with the right mindset, you can use solution number 3. So solution number 3 is, are you writing this stuff down? This is some good stuff here. Hey, Christina, she's a growth. Okay, excellent. I love your comments. Thank you. So solution number 3 is motivate. So yes, with the right mindset, you can motivate the people that you lead, which are the parents and those that you teach, which is your students, and those that you love, your family and your friends. So what tools can you use to motivate your students? I would like to have a few comments from our educators here today. What tools can you use to motivate your students? Go ahead and share that with me in the chat box. What can we use? Well, some of you might say, I use stickers. Okay, that's a great one. I like stickers. Some of you might use charts. Some of you might create reminder bracelets. Those are popular, right? Or a little elastic and slap yourself every time you don't do your practicing that day. Ouch. You could use practice jars. What do we need to motivate our students? The younger ones, stickers, small prizes help. That's a great answer. So one thing that we do need to know is we need to use what works for our individual students and their parents. And I want to share one important thing with you, is that the greatest motivation for achievement is goal setting with accountability and the right mindset. The right mindset. Now, I did share at the beginning that I had a little something, for those students that don't read their books. So here's what I did one day. I thought, oh yes, if you like, draw a smiley face. So there's a couple of things you can put in the notebook, and this is kind of fun. I put in my student's notebook one day, I said, if you bring a joke next week, I'll give you $5. And so when my student came back from their lesson the following week, I had a $5 bill on my desk. And she kind of looked at me and she goes, oh, how come you got $5 on your desk? And I said, oh, well, you did do your homework, right? And she kind of sheepishly nodded. And I said, great. Well, then that's for you. I just need to know the answer to the question. And she said, what question? And I said, well, if you read your notebook, then you'd know there was a question that you had to bring me so that I could give you the $5. And she said, well, I don't know what you're talking about. And I said, well, that's too bad, because I thought I might even make it $20. So I opened her notebook and I said, simply says, after you finish all your homework, please prepare a joke for me next week and I will pay you $5. So I simply took my $5 and said, well, I'm going out for coffee. That could have been yours. So it's kind of fun, sneak that in their notebook and share with me what other you can put out there, because I think it's pretty funny, right? We can play a little joke on our students and say, well, if you read your book, that $5 would be yours. So if you are a music teacher and you're interested in expanding your mindset, I want you to join me in a live free webinar, and it is Learn the 5 Most Powerful Teaching Techniques. It's a masterclass, and you're going to discover the essential technique in building relationships, how to connect on a deeper level. And this applies to your family, your friends, and your students. You can just simply click, I think it's above or below or on the side somewhere, for this amazing professional development masterclass webinar. And remember to show up live and to be present, because I have prepared an amazing live webinar for you. Plus, you are going to receive a professional development certificate upon completion of attending the masterclass. And I also have a present, because I love to give presents. No, it's not $5. It's actually better than that. It's a free ebook, and I'm going to be telling you all about that and your special gift on the webinar. So this is a free webinar. Make sure you get registered now. And remember your 3 teaching solutions, and they are musicianship, building musicianship skills, and educate the parents as well as the students. 2, mindset, understanding your own mindset and those of your students and parents. And with the right mindset, number 3, motivate. Motivate and lead your parents, students, and yourself to success. So if you've enjoyed this video, please hit love and comment and share so that others can find these, inspirational teachings. And I just want to say thank you for joining me. I'm Glory St. Germain from Ultimate Music Theory. And I'm passionate about enriching lives through music education. And I want to make sure that you get registered for this live webinar on, we're going to learn the 5 most powerful teaching techniques. And if you want the link and you can't find it, just go ahead and put yes, please. And my assistant Sheena can just tag you and make sure that you get those. If you have questions, maybe share with me, what are some of the other frustrations that you might have? Hey, Hannah says hi. I'm just going to pull up a couple of the comments so I can see your questions here. Christina says, I tell them that learning music is like learning a language. Absolutely, Christina. It's reading, it's writing, it's speaking, it's listening. We need to incorporate all of that. And what's interesting is when teachers say, oh, I just teach the theory while I'm teaching piano. I don't bother with any other books. But the interesting thing is that we actually engage in learning more when we do all 3 modalities, visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. So it's important for students to study the language of music theory. Webinar link, yes, Rhonda, I'm looking so forward to that. It's going to be an awesome webinar. So make sure that you get registered for that. I see a lot of you are growth and definitely all there. So when you struggle with those teaching techniques and how to communicate really effectively with parents, I want to invite you to the webinar. It's going to be packed. We're going to have a lot of great stuff. Make sure and share this with your fellow teacher friends too, because I'm all about sharing ideas and networking, and I learn from you. And if you have struggles or things that you want me to address, any questions in an upcoming Facebook Live, or any special guests you'd like to see in our interview series, make sure to share them with us here below. So have a great day, and remember, musicianship skills, mindset, and motivate. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.